Good morning, good morning, good morning, family. It's VBTouray. I'm here to talk to y'all this morning. I was in the bed and I had to get up because I had so many thoughts going through my mind that I wanted to share this morning. I don't know if you saw the title or not, but it said it's about damn time. Unlearn what you've learned. And I was thinking about so many things that we as black people in our community have been taught to believe, right? Or have been led to believe. And I just been thinking about how there's so much of it. There's so much of it that we have been that we've learned and we've consumed, that it would seem like almost probably like a maze of trying to get out of all the stuff, the muck that we're in, and to go and be able to create the lives that we want for ourselves. And so several things came to my mind, of course. Several things came to my mind that we have, or how much okie doke we have believed, right? So when it comes to, say for instance, let's just start with let's start with land. What we ultimately want, what the black community ultimately wants is, really, I think what we want is to live the lifestyle that we've been taught or we've been shown, right, in media and things like that. Because media shows us, you can take it back to as simple as, a nice house, a nice car, a husband or a wife, a white picket fence and a dog named Pete. That's kind of what they start feeding us as early as you get in school, or even before then. When you're watching PBS or what have you, kind of see those things. A family of maybe 5, a nice car, a nice house maybe in the suburbs, and a dog, a white picket fence, and a dog named Pete. It's the American dream, right? So because we've seen this and we've been fed this, we all want the American dream. It's natural because you see it. It's held up before you, and therefore we want it. But here's the thing. The American dream hasn't been held up to the black community like a carrot that is consistently moving, right? Or almost like bait and switch. Because the truth of the matter is, we are not given the tools or the resources that you need in order to develop the kind of thing that you want. This whole, to really accomplish this dream. Now, you can get it if you can get something like it, or you might even achieve it if you do exactly what they want you to do, and that is work that job every day like a slave. Because slavery is not, I'm pretty soon we're gonna move to YouTube, because I know that some of the stuff that I say, I really don't want to share with anybody. With everybody. Not that I'm afraid to. Not because my mouth has been open for a long time, and if you've been close to me in any way, I'm gonna tell you what I think, and I'm gonna tell you what the truth is. So it's not about some stuff is for family. It's like being in your household. Some things are it's family business, and then some things you can share outside the house. You know how it is. You have your children. Some things you discuss with your kids or your family, and you say to them, now this here is family business. So I'm telling you that some of the stuff that I'm talking to you about, soon we're gonna move somewhere else, because some of this is family business, and I don't want everybody in our business, because everybody don't necessarily know everything from the outside, right? But the point of the matter is, I'm saying to you that we have to unlearn everything that we've learned about achieving what we want in our lifetime. Because the truth of the matter is, the cards are stacked. The game is rigged. There's no way that we can accomplish what they set up for us to desire with the playing cards that they gave us. Because they've been dealing the cards, but they haven't dealt them straight, right? You ever played a card game and somebody got trick cards? You're like, how you keep on? They hiding shit under the table or passing you what they want you to have. They got somebody behind you spying out your hand, so you never really get a fair game. This game is rigged. It's absolutely rigged. And so what we have to do as a community, what we have to do is come together, and we have to understand that whatever we have learned about achieving what we want to achieve, we got to unlearn it, because you can't get it that way. It appears that all you need to do is work a job and you can accomplish all that you will. You can get some simulation of it, right? but you are going to stay in slavery to keep it. When I say slavery, if you work 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day or more, because some of y'all work more, and I did too at one time. If we are working, I left Detroit area and moved to Atlanta I was there for almost 5 years, trying to create a better life for myself. I got another job as a teacher there. I don't want to go into all that, but the point of it is, what I realized in Atlanta, which is the reason I came back and dropped everything. What I realized in Atlanta was this. I said, if I can work 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, making good money, or what seemed like good money at the time, because I know now, I think about it now, it wasn't even good money, but making enough money to do the kind of thing that we want to do, right? If I can work 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, and come home on Saturday and Sunday and don't even have the energy to spend the money that I make, this shit is fucked up. That's where I was. We lived in a very nice apartment, and at one time a very nice house. I drove a very nice car, or a decent car anyway. You know, I don't need a real fancy car. That's just me. I don't need I ain't got to drive no, anyway. A really nice car. But I did not even have the energy on Saturday morning. When I woke up on Saturday morning, I didn't want to wake up because I was so damn tired. Sunday was just, if I didn't have anything else to do, which there's always something to do. But I would just be so exhausted that I couldn't even appreciate, I couldn't even enjoy the fruit of my labor. So if that's the case, if that's where you find yourself, you're in a vice. And you're in that, but you're in this situation because it was designed that you would be in that situation. And what I want us to get is that we have to unlearn. Y'all share this video. Share this video. We're trying to move melanated people. That's the bottom line. If you see me talking this morning, thank y'all for coming in. I see Michael. I see Shay. I see Amy. I'm like the kids on the Rainbow Club or something when we were kids. I see Victor. I see Millicent. Listen, thank you all for tuning in. Y'all share this video with somebody. Help me get the word out. Let me tell you what I've learned in my profession. As a teacher, one thing I will tell you I do know. I know how to help you strategize to achieve some of the things that you want. That's why I'm now a life coach too. But what I'm trying to do for you, you ain't even paying me. I'm not going to ask you to pay me. We have to get together and strategize one thing behind the other. One step in front of the other. Y'all share this video with somebody. We are having our first meeting for those who are ready for this melanated movement I'm talking about tomorrow. You'll find the information in this video. I'll put it in the tag, as well as the one I did a couple of days ago. It's already there. Y'all join us tomorrow night because we're going to get together and strategize one piece at a time. We're going to do this first, that first, and the other thing. I got several things that I want to talk to y'all about. And so I wrote it down because I don't want to miss nothing. Y'all, hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. Michael said, I've been at home for almost 3 months after working 12-hour days. See, that's what I'm talking about. For 10 years, I'm still trying to working on restoration. See, that's what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying to you, and y'all already, some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know because you haven't been out to see it. There is a lifestyle that can be lived where you can be making money while doing the things that you want to do, or doing the things that you love to do, right? Or doing nothing. White folk and other folk have been living this lifestyle for a very long time. Everybody don't work, y'all. But things have been set up in a way for them. Let me just say this. We're talking about, I'm sorry, I don't want to miss nothing. I want to go back to this. The game is rigged, right? Do you realize that when Columbus and all them real looters and the real murderers came to the U.S., do you realize that when they wanted to populate this area, they gave hundreds and hundreds of acres of land to Europeans to get them to come to this area and help settle this area? They gave hundreds of acres to individual people when they came into this area, into this land, as a gift to get them to come. You understand? As a pull to get them in here. If you think about that, in the very beginning of this country, Europeans were given hundreds of acres of land to start their lives here in this country. How the hell are you going to catch up? How you going to catch up? You can't catch up. You cannot catch up unless something else like reparations or something like that is done. You cannot catch up. That's why you got to unlearn what you learned and realize the game is rigged and look for another way. There's another way for you to achieve the lifestyle that you want. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to achieve the lifestyles that we want. And I don't know everything, but I will tell you this, that the lifestyle I live now as a self-employed person, I wish I would have done it straight out of high school, not even college. That's a whole nother conversation, because my mind is different about college now. I got a bachelor's degree, I got a master's degree, I got a teaching cert and a life coaching cert. So I believe in education. However, I do know now too that some of the things that we really want to accomplish don't have shit to do with education. Not that kind of education. Not that kind of education. And had I known that, I wouldn't have got myself in debt trying to get information that we don't necessarily need all of that. What we need is a game plan, not necessarily a college degree, right? I got people that have that started college with me in '88, and we still got debt up the wazoo. Again, the game is rigged. Whatever we know, whatever we've heard about achieving the lifestyle that you want, you got to unlearn it, because it's wrong. It ain't wrong. They've been putting the okey doke on us for a very, very long time. It's wrong. So the word that I believe God gave me at the beginning of this year, at the beginning of 2020, I believe the word God gave me was, if not that way, find the other way. In other words, there's a whole bunch of ways to skin a cat, right? We're presented one thing as African Americans. You were presented an idea, a situation, with just one though, because they want to keep you on the right track to achieve this one goal, and you achieving this goal, of course, is beneficial to them, because like I said to you before, as long as we're working, y'all share this video with somebody. Share the video 2 or 3 times. I had Tanya Wallace, thank you very much. I know a lot of y'all shared the other day when we talked, and I appreciate that. But some folks shared 3, 4, 5 times, because you know why? They love their people like I love my people, and they want the word out there. They want to be able to help us build the community, so they share. This is the way that you can help. Share the video, y'all. Share it 3 or 4 times. Share it on your page, so that we can come together and achieve the lifestyles that we want. It's possible, but it's not possible with the formula that they've given us, or the formula they presented for us. There's another way to do it. It's another way to do it. We got to come together and figure out the way. We have to figure out the way. And I have some ideas, and I know that I'm not the smartest person in every room that I walk in. I'm not the smartest person in this room that we've created right here. Some of you all have some ideas and some information and some professionalism that I don't have. We need to come together and build our community. We need to move these melanated people. Share the video, y'all. Share the video. We're having our first meeting tomorrow. I want y'all to come to that meeting, and we're going to talk, give our ideas, and start putting things together on paper, one by one. One by one. This is not a spectator sport. That's why soon I'm going to move from this platform to YouTube, because it's not a spectator sport. I want you to get in there with me and get your feet dirty, so that we can accomplish the lifestyles that we want to live, because it is possible. I wrote something down, so I'm going to look at it, because I don't want to miss it. We're going to unlearn everything that we've learned, every way that you think. If you think that working a job for somebody else, if you think that working a job for somebody else and bringing in a paycheck is going to afford you what you need to live the lifestyle you want to live, or to retire the way you want to retire, you wrong. It ain't going to happen. Not for the majority of us. It might happen for some of you who make, 6 figures or more working for somebody else, but damn it, what all do you have to do for those 6 figures or more? I can only imagine what you got to do to get 6 figures or more. Be exploited, because that's what it is. You got to be exploited to get those 6 figures or more. I remember when I was working there, and that was the most money I ever made as a teacher. I was in Atlanta. I remember sitting in one of those teacher meetings. Y'all was sick and tired of them teacher meetings, because they like to just waste your time with bullshit, something they know don't have nothing to do with them kids, just nothing at all. I got that finally I said, I'm sitting in a meeting one day, and they was talking about, Mr. Ray, we want you to do this, and we want you to do that, and dip it. I said, I ain't doing it. And I'm pretty compliant, you know, in what I'm committed to. I said, I can't do it. What do you mean you can't do it? I said, y'all want too much for this little bit of money. Way too much. I can't do it. And eventually I walked out of that joint saying exactly that. Y'all want too much for this little bit of money. I'm going to figure this shit out. I'm getting out of here. I ain't doing this no more. You understand what I'm saying? So I want you to know that together we're going to unlearn all that shit that they've created in our minds, because there's another way to achieve what we want to achieve. And it ain't working a job for somebody, bringing a paycheck home, because if you live like they presented you should live, you ain't gonna have no time to appreciate it. For one, you're wore out to do anything. You can't use your creative mind that God gave you to create what you really could create, because you don't even have the capacity. Your mind is so tired. You don't have the capacity to do it. You don't have the capacity to be creative, because that is what God has given. If the Lord didn't give black people nothing but beauty, if he didn't give us nothing but beauty, what he did give us was creativity. We can make something out of nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? We can make something out of nothing, and the thing be fire when we get finished with it. Who can take the guts of a pig? Who can take the guts of a pig and make it a delicacy? Melanated people can. Who can do that? Who can take the guts of a pig and make it a delicacy? Melanated people can. That's what we do. We take nothing and make something out of it. Let me just say one thing about this land. I talked about that. Y'all share the video, please. Share the video and plan to be with us tomorrow night. The information for our Zoom meeting will be in this video when I finish. I'll put it in the tag title, whatever they call it. I see y'all. Let me say hello to some people. I see Miss Laverne, Amy, good morning. Cynthia, good morning. Anjanette, good morning. Michael, good morning. Shay, good morning. Sharanda, good morning. Misha, good morning. Deidre, good morning. Good morning to all y'all. Good morning to y'all. Thank y'all for coming in the room. Share this video. Share this video. Let us come together and make a move for our community. We was talking about land and how they were given so much land, and that takes me to another way. Another way to create the lifestyle we want. One way is to do it, and this is not the only way. This is the way that I am obsessed with right now. I'm going to tell you the truth, because I know some information about it. One way to be able to circumvent what they've created to get the lifestyle we want is to purchase land in Africa and other third world countries for reasons of agriculture, for reasons of retirement. Let me say this to you. For those of you who have never traveled to Africa, or for those of you who some of y'all never even thought about making a trip to Africa, because everything that we have been presented about Africa is negative. Every single thing that have been presented to us through the media about Africa, or through education, public education about Africa, has been negative, completely negative. So this is the question I have for you. I was thinking about this the other day, and I got mad. I was mad for about 30 minutes. If everything is wrong with Africa, if everybody is poor, if everybody is big bellies, and starving, if everybody is trying to get everywhere else, because Africa is a shithole country. If Africa was a shithole country, riddle me this. Why has every European country been in and out of Africa since the moment they dragged our ancestors from that country? They've been in there for the gold, running through there for the gold. They've been running through there for diamonds. They've been running through, like they ran through there for bodies, right? They run through there for the safaris. Listen, when my family went I saw it in Kenya, but when we went to Gambia in February, I couldn't get over how many Europeans were there. And then I started doing this research about the travel industry in Gambia and how so many Europeans are in Gambia owning land. What I'm telling you that we could do, oh, they've been doing that for years. They're over there for years. They've been doing that for years. Some of them have been there for generations with their own land and their houses and so on. We went to the Cachicali Game Reserve. It's like the alligator reserve. Me and my children and my husband and my brother. We was tripping over white people at the Cachicali Game Reserve. We couldn't get to the alligators for white folk. I said, damn, I'm in Africa and can't get to the alligators for white folk. And let me say this too. For any of you that may be wondering, I had somebody say to me the other day, I think you might be a racist. And I said to them, racist? I don't know. First of all, I don't know how I can be a racist when we don't own shit hardly anymore because y'all destroyed everything we did. I don't know how I can be a racist. I'm not a racist. I'm a preservationist. That's what I am. I'm about preserving my culture and my people. I'm a preservationist. You know what preservationists do? They take something that is very full of worth, right? And they recognize the worth and the beauty of it. And then they say, there's no reason, we cannot let this go. And then they do things to keep the structure, the value of that thing so it doesn't deteriorate. I'm a cultural preservationist for my people. That's what I am. If you know anything about farming, or if you know anything about gardening, at the end of your crop, when the season is over, you have them. You say you got peach trees. You have the beautiful, beautiful peach trees. They gave you big, juicy, succulent peaches, and you like, hey, this is gonna be some peach cobbler right up in here. I don't care how beautiful those peaches are. If you don't preserve them at the end of that season and get you some good ball jars and go through your whole preserved process and put them away, you will lose them. They will rot to nothing. People that come through these communities that they know there were historic communities, they put together these organizations called preservation organizations. And they know the beauty and the value in these older things. And so what they do is they create a program to preserve that property. So it keeps its detail, it keeps the value, it keeps the beauty. I am a cultural preservationist for my people. So don't come to me about nothing. I think she racist. I don't give a damn about what you think. I'm a preservationist for my people because clearly you haven't preserved them. I'm getting heated. I'm sorry. Y'all share the video, please. Okay, let me read some of these comments. Share the video with somebody who can use it. Christopher Higginbottom said William Penn's words is the meaning of Pennsylvania. Oh, see, you just taught me something. This is the whole mood for me today. Misha said, I'm so here, Sharanda Battle. Miss Battle, good to hear from you. Then if Sharanda, because you a smart ass too. Your ass is smart too. We need you in this conversation. I want to make sure that you show up at that meeting tomorrow night. It's 7 o'clock. I'll put the information in there. Share this video, y'all. Share it with somebody. I got a couple other things that I want to talk to y'all about. We're going to change our mindset. We're going to unlearn what we've learned because there's another way to accomplish what we want to accomplish. Let's unlearn what we've learned because it's bullshit. Let's unlearn what we've learned. Okay, we talked about what's wrong with Africa. Why is everybody over there? And then let me say this, in that line, what's wrong with Africa and what's wrong with black? What's wrong with those things that are associated with Africa? Let's talk about beauty. African children of the diaspora, let me say that. Africans and children of the diaspora are the most beautiful people in the world, but we've been told that everything, think about this now. We've been told that everything that is associated with our beauty is not beauty. Big noses were no good, right? Big asses were no good. Now all of a sudden everybody want a big ass. They paying thousands and thousands of dollars for big asses. But when it was just, when only you and I had the big ass, it was no good. You had to be slim to be cute. You couldn't make it on a cover of any magazines unless it was a black magazine because your ass was too big. But now everybody got a big ass, and as long as they look like a Kardashian, then they get praised for their big asses. But you and I couldn't get praised for ours. You ever thought about that? Or big lips. We can take this all the way back to slavery. Big lips were a horrible thing. They talked about you, big lip monkey, and all such stuff as that. But as long as white folks got a hold to it because they pumping their lips full of fat to get fat lips. Now big lips are pretty. Now big lips are beautiful. So you see Kim Kardashian looking like somebody punched her in the motherfucking mouth. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Excuse me. Lord, I didn't mean to say that one, honestly. Yeah, we're going to have to move. We're going to move soon. Because I don't want Facebook to shut me down either. But she looking like somebody done punched her in the mouth. And now, Kim this, Kim that. And she's supposed to be the lead on beauty? And those like her. I'm just saying one. Because y'all know there's a whole bunch of them. Think about that. Think about that. Nappy hair was gonna, that was a horrible thing. But I'm looking around at white folks who are filling their hair with glue to make it look like locks. Share this video with somebody, y'all. Share it 2 or 3 times. Let's get some people in this room so that we can uplift our race and build our people. Build our community. Make a move. Make a melanated move. Oh, that sounds like a slogan. Make a melanated move. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Make some melanated moves. Ever wonder that? Why is everything associated with Africa not good until they can control it? Once they can control it and they can get their hands on it, now it's okay. It's the same way with marijuana, or the same way with liquor, or the same way with the lottery. As long as it was in the hands of black people, it was a sin, a crime, and a shame. But once they can get their hands on it and they can loot it, once they can get the benefits of it, once they can consume it, then it's okay. Now it's legal. Now all of a sudden marijuana is legal. But you done locked up ugobs, our brothers, our fathers, and our sons over marijuana. But now that you can get control of it, it's legal. We got to unlearn what we have been learned. We have been put in the okie doke, given the okie for a long, long time. A long time. And that brings me to my last point that I wanted to make today when I talk about black brothers. Y'all do this for me. Do this for me before, just do this for me. When you're sitting down in front of your TV and you're looking at TV, what I want you to do, because I noticed this about probably 5, 6, 7 months ago. And I mentioned to my husband, I promise you it has increased since I said this to him. When you're sitting in front of your television, look and pay attention to the commercials. Pay attention to how many of those commercials no longer have black men in the family commercials. Many of those commercials, this is what you see. You're going to see a black woman, a white man, and a biracial child in these commercials. This is becoming very, very prevalent in commercials, y'all. Just pay attention. You ain't got to believe me. Go do your research. Just sit down in front of TV and do it with your kids so you can teach them something. That's what I did. Sit down in front of TV and pay attention to how many commercials as of late have in the family unit. There is a white man, a black woman, and a biracial child. But there's no black man. It's as if they are fading out. This is what they, not as if. I'm going to tell you what they're doing. They're trying to disappear. They're trying to make invisible. They're trying to eliminate the black man in our psyche. We're going to have to unlearn what we learned. Just pay attention. Get you a pencil and paper and write it down when you see it. One night I was sitting in front of TV, this has been about a month ago, maybe 2. I saw 3 commercials on the same channel, back to back, and the family unit looked like what I just told you. A black woman, a white man, and a biracial child. No black men in the picture whatsoever. They ain't even have a black man out in the yard. I'm telling you that all of this shit is by design. They have decided, they already been trying, they've done everything they possibly can to get rid of black men, period. That's why they locking y'all up, they killing you in the street, anything they could possibly do to wipe out the black man, because they want to eliminate the strength of the black family unit. That is the bottom line. Frank Nitty, good morning. How you doing this morning? I see you. He said, I've been saying that back a few years ago, so you noticed a long time ago. People thought you was tripping. No, you ain't tripping. You ain't tripping. I've only seen it as of late. And I kept saying, where are the black men in these commercials? Listen, we are only as strong. The black community is only as strong as the family unit. We're only as strong as the community, and they realize that. It is another ploy, another tactic to disintegrate, to eliminate the power that we have. Y'all, we got to unlearn what we've learned. Share this video with somebody. Share it with 2 or 3 people. Don't share it just one time. Share it with 2 or 3 people, because we are going to come together and little by little, bit by bit, do some things so that we can create the lifestyle that we want to create for ourselves. But we cannot do that if we don't know what the game is. They've been running game on us like a pimp on a hoe for a long, long time. Now is the time to come together and make a difference, to do something different. But we cannot do it if we don't understand the game. And I'm telling you, they've been running the game. We can't let them run it no more. We cannot let it run it no more. We cannot let them run it anymore. Period. Share this video, y'all. Please, with 2 or 3 other people. Share it with 2 or 3 other people so that we can come together. When I get finished with this video at some point today, I'm going to put up the information for the meeting that we are going to have on Zoom tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Anybody that you think needs this kind of information, is on this vein of thought, are ready to do something other than talking, because we talk good. I'm just being honest. We talk real good. But talking ain't, you're going to have to put your feet and hands where your mouth is, because talking ain't going to do nothing. We've been talking forever and ever and ever and ever, and nothing has happened. But if we circumvent what the plan they gave us, I'm telling you, we can accomplish what we want to accomplish. I'm reminded this morning. Of what the Honorable Marcus Garvey preached for his whole life, and that was Africa for the Africans. Africa for the Africans. And not only that, I'm gonna say this. This is why I'm gonna have to move to YouTube, and y'all gonna have to go with me, because I'm about to say something I know they don't want to hear. This is what I honestly believe. Good morning, Miss Catherine Johnson and Miss Sharice Morissette. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is the truth. Segregation was a worst thing that could ever happen. I'm sorry, desegregation was the worst thing that could ever happen to the black community. Let that sink in. Desegregation was the worst thing that could have ever happened to the black community. Because as long as we were segregated, we were self-sufficient. As long as we were segregated, we had banks, we had churches, which we got too many of them, but we had churches, we had stores, we were self-sufficient. But as long as we were desegregated, we had all of these things. A lot of people don't know that Martin Luther King, before he died, figured that out. A lot of folks don't know that. You got to do your research for that. Before Martin Luther King died, I want to say, I might be exaggerating, but moments before he died, it wasn't long before he died, he figured out that we shouldn't have been marching, because he said, his words were, "I believe that I have led my people into a burning building." Because he started to realize that this desegregation was not good for us. But even that desire to want to be where they are, to have what they are, is a part of this game that we have learned. We got to unlearn it, right? We were taught, we were learned that everything white was better than what we had. So we were running to get a piece of what we couldn't have, thinking what they had was better. What they had was better. Not realizing that they were never going to treat you They were never going to treat you like family. They were never going to treat it. They were never going to really give you equality. They were never going to, if you sat at the table, they were going to put you at the kiddie table like Thanksgiving. You sit over there. You can't sit up here with the big people. But in your own house, you sit where the fuck you want to sit. It's your house. Desegregation was the absolute worst thing that could have happened to us, and we didn't get it. We didn't understand it. We just wanted what we didn't have because we've been taught that whatever we are is what you don't want. So they created these. They desegregated. Then when they desegregated, you know what the white was? It ran off to the suburbs like, I'm getting away from me. They ran to the suburbs to get away from us, right? They ran further away, created the suburbs, and then built these interstate highways smack dab through the middle of our communities to get them to the suburbs. Do you realize that? They built these interstate highways smack straight through the middle of the black communities to get the white folks out to the suburbs where they wanted to be away from us. So then what do? I want to go to the suburbs. It's nice in the suburbs. I want to go to the suburbs. Because we didn't know no better. We have to learn. This is what we need to do as black people. We're going to have to learn that anything that you see coming off the TV, anything that you hear coming off your radio, you need to question it. We're going to unlearn what we've learned. And the way to do that is you start thinking critically. Anything you see, because whatever you see, what you keep feeding yourself is what you're going to become, what you believe, right? Anything you see and hear that don't come from, I want to say black media, but it's so much shit on on some black media because they being puppeted by white. So I can't even say black media. Let me just say this, because you know who your real people are, and if you don't, you need to find out. Anything that you don't hear coming from your people for real, or you don't see from your people for real, you need to question it. Because there is an agenda to annihilate black people, definitely the black man, and annihilate our black family, and annihilate our power. There is an agenda for that that's been in place everywhere in the U.S. It comes across all institutions, including education. All institutions. It comes across in the pulpits. In the church. I was born and raised in church. Some of y'all ain't gonna like this, but I don't care. I don't care. You ain't singing more choirs than me. You ain't done more worship services than I have. You ain't read more scripture than me. I don't care what you think about it. The truth is the truth. And it's not just the Christian church, but we do know this, that a lot of racism is built into the Christianity that we know. It is what it is. If you don't like it, get off the channel. A lot of the racism that we talk is built into the Christianity that we know. Christianity is and Christianity ain't the only one. It's just the one that I know. So I can talk about what I know. I can talk about my own house. I can't talk to you about your house if I ain't been to it, but I've been to mine. I know what's going on in mine. But it comes from, just like you're going to hear when you sit in the service, it comes from the head to the tail. The anointing from the head to the tail. Christianity was not created by us. And I'm going to tell you another thing. It wasn't created for us. And it ain't the only religion that wasn't created. Let me say one more thing. And I'm going to go. That's the other thing. I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you Muslim. You know, some people say Muslim. I don't care if you're Buddhist. I don't care what your religion is. I really don't care. The truth of the matter is, first, you melanated. When you come out of your mama womb, you don't come out as a Christian. You don't come out as a Muslim. You don't come out as a Buddhist. You don't come out as a 5%er. You come out as a melanated, a black person, if that's what you consider yourself, or a melanated person. You come out as a person. When you die, You might die having raised a Christian flag or raising a Muslim flag, but you're going to die as a black person or a melanated person. So whatever your religion is shouldn't have shit to do with you coming together to work with your people. Everybody have figured it out except us. We let every little thing divide us and keep us from working together. But even again, that is part of design. We have been designed. They have given us devices that would keep us divided. And what we have to do is critically second think what you've been fed, because what you've been fed is poison. We've been fed poison. Share this video with somebody, y'all, and get family in the room. Get family in the room so that family can work together. Because we're going to leave YouTube soon so that we can really have the conversation that we need to have. Some of the stuff we cannot say on Facebook, but we're going to go somewhere private where we can say it. Join me for our meeting, our first meeting tomorrow, which is going to be, I'll put the information in this link. It's also in the link of the video I did a few days ago. I see Miss Edith. I see Gidget. Hey, Gidget. Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time. Brother Tory, good morning. Miss Edith, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all share this video with somebody who needs the information. She said, you better say it. You better say that, Vicky. Thank you, Gidget. I love you, girl. It's been a long time since I talked to you. We need to talk. We need to talk tomorrow at the meeting. Come and join us. I'm going to put the information there. I need some folk in the room who are not afraid to be vulnerable, because we got to be vulnerable, because we got to trust each other, right? We got to trust each other so that we can move forward. And I need some folk thinking people in the room, right? Thinking people and people who are ready to get their hands and their feet dirty, and who are committed to what they desire, right? And committed to helping others. These are the kind of people we need in the room. We don't want you in the room with your bullshit. We don't want you in the room with your negativity. If you're ready to come to work, come on in the room and let's figure it out. All right? Let me say one last thing. And I said that before, right? This is really it. Let me go back to the brothers. They're trying to erase our brothers. They are trying to erase our brothers. If you didn't hear what I said earlier about the brothers, go back, because I want you to do your own research tonight, sitting in front of your TV, about how they are erasing our brothers, or trying to erase our brothers from the psyche of America. They're trying to erase them from the American psyche by removing them from ads. Go back and look at it. You're not going to see a lot of it. Is a movement. You see a black woman, a white man, and a biracial child. A black woman, a white man, and a biracial child, as if we don't want our brothers. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. But they're going to make sure, if they can, that we don't have them taken away from us by killing them in the street. Y'all, we got to be checking for our brothers. We got to be checking for our fathers. We got to be checking for our sons. And on that note, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to get off. And I'm going to make sure that y'all share this video throughout the day. Continue to share it, because we need to get the word out. Misha says, please let me know of the meeting tomorrow. Yes, the meeting information will be in the, I'm going to put it in this link. I'm going to link it to this video, the Zoom information. All you have to do is click on and come to the meeting. It will be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We're going to put our heads together, our thoughts together, and sooner than later, we're going to put our resources together. So listen, start putting your money, your dimes aside. Stop. Let me just say this to you. It's not like I'm about to introduce y'all to, we have this investment opportunity. Hell no, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. I have an idea about a type of investment, and I'm talking to somebody about other types of investments that we can do together, right? This ain't Primerica. I'm not about to try to get you in some multi-level marketing scheme. It ain't that. It's not that. We're going to put our money together and move ourselves forward. Hello, Charles. Or it says Charlie's Seafood. Is that what that says? Sea and soul food. That sounds like something that we want to eat. Okay. We can talk to you. Miss Francis, hello. Charlene, hello to everyone. Y'all, share this video throughout the day. We want to make sure that we get as many people as possible in that room. I want to shut the internet down tomorrow with melanated folk trying to make a movement. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Last thing I'm going to say, and then I am going to go. If you're anywhere, if you ever live, or if you live in Pontiac and you grown. If you've grown and you live in Pontiac, somebody contacted me yesterday. I won't say a name because it may be a little personal. But if you live in Pontiac, I want you to inbox me if you're willing to write a letter of a character letter for one of our brothers in Pontiac. It's one thing to say something. It's another thing to be about your business. There's a brother in our community who I believe is being railroaded. They're trying to railroad him. But if you live in Pontiac and you've lived in Pontiac for more than a year, you know him. You know of him. If you don't know him, you know of him. And from what I understand and what I read, a police department near here is trying to railroad him. I want to put together some character letters for him. I already did one myself. I know 4 other people that did something, but I sent out a text to a few people and they didn't respond, and that kind of irritated me. I'm gonna tell you, I was feeling some kind of way, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I know that they know the work that this man has done in our community, and I know that if I said to folk, oh, I'm about to make myself mad again. If I said to folk, Gucci is giving out free handbags, please share it, the response would have been through the roof. But what I'm telling you is that if you live in the Pontiac area, one of our brothers is they trying to railroad him. He need our help. All he need is for you to write a character letter. He ain't asking you for no money. If you live in the Pontiac area, you know of this guy if you don't know him personally. If you're willing to write a character letter for him today, not tomorrow, if you're willing to write a character letter for him by 5:00 p.m., please inbox me and say, I'll write the letter and then I'll send you the information you need. Inbox me and say, I'll write the letter and I will send you information you need. It will tell you where to send the email, who the email is about. Don't get in my inbox if you just want to see who did it. Don't do that, because if I find out, I'm going to front you right here on Facebook. I'm going to put your shit out there right here on Facebook and find out that's what you're doing. If you contact me, you better write a letter. If you're interested in helping one of your brothers not be railroaded, and I only know him to have done good in our community, and I don't know what his personal life is like. I don't care. Ain't none of us perfect. So I don't care what his personal life is like. What I know is this: he is upstanding in our community, and he is a beacon in the Pontiac community. That's what I know. So if you're willing to assist, you better send a letter back. Because if you don't, I'm going to front you and say you just want the information, you don't want to do shit about it. You just want to be in somebody's business. And this ain't about drama. It's about putting our feet to work. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about community. If you're willing to write a letter of character for I'm not going to tell you his name up out front. But if you live in Pontiac, you've been here more than a year, you know who he is. If you don't know who he is, you know of him. Help me help somebody. Let me help you. You help me. We are going to be able to move our community by unlearning the shit that we learned and being critical thinkers from here on out. Thank y'all very much. Let me see. Dawn Hannah said, I'm going to do one. Thank you, Dawn. I see Donna Jean. I'm willing to write. Wonderful. Please. Okay, I can pull it from here. That's good. I will inbox you the information. Francis Walker says, I appreciate y'all. Now, y'all share this with at least 3 people. Do that for me, please. Do that for me. I'm not only trying to, I want to help my family. I want to build my family, not by just me. I want to be able to build with you. I hope that you're willing and want to build with me. But the way that you can help me, one way that you can help is to share this video at least 3 times. Do it on your page. Send it to your friends. I don't care where you send it. You can send it by a text. You don't have to stop at Facebook. You can send it by text. Just share at least 3 times. Share the video at least 3 times. Help us that way. And meet me tomorrow in that Zoom room at 7 o'clock. I will put the information in this video, and go back to the one I did a couple days ago. Find that one. There's some good information there, and the link is already there too, in case you miss it from this one. Y'all, I love you to life. I love y'all to life. I love y'all to life. I mean that. I love y'all to life. And I want to see us in our glory. I want to see us living as God wants us to live. Right? I want to see that. And I know that you do too. So I will see you soon. Talk to you soon and see you by faith tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.